Steph was always open to the opportunity of me playing with him, and he knew, and the front office here knew that I was kind of making my own mark in the league, build my own path, and definitely looked up to him and tried to pick his brain as I've navigated my career. So it's good to be back in the locker room with him and stand across from him in training camp and practice and compete and try to get each other prepared for the season.
Seth, welcome to the Bay Area.
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
Well, first of all, we got 4 guys here to talk to you today. Welcome. You don't need their names; you just need to know Steiny. That's me.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
but you're catching us at a great time because 4 of us are here, and let me just start out by asking you, what was it about the Warriors that drew you here?
It's a great opportunity for me to hopefully get back to some winning ways. A veteran group here trying to win with their eyes on the ultimate prize, trying to get back to the finals and win a championship. So the last couple of years I've been in Charlotte, back playing at home, trying to kind of help with that rebuild situation. But like I said, it's good to be around a good group of veterans and some young guys as well who are moving in the right direction, trying to win games.
Seth, I don't want to ask you to pat yourself on the back, but your daddy can shoot it. We know about your brother, most threes ever made. But you've entered the league in 2013, and your percentage from deep is 43%. Do you think you get enough credit for just how good you are behind the arc?
I think people who watch me play give me plenty of credit. Obviously, I've been on some teams that have made some good runs in the finals, and like the last couple of years haven't really played too many meaningful games as far as getting into the playoffs and things like that. But I've been playing just as good as ever in my obviously limited minutes last year. I think I shot the ball pretty well from deep and honestly from all over the floor. So I'm trying to just carry that over and help in any way I can here with the Warriors. And like I said, just keep playing good basketball.
Seth, I think a lot of us would love to hear more about the story of how you got here. What kind of a role did your brother play in getting you here? And is this the first time in your careers where the idea has come up?
It's definitely not the first time. Been some other opportunities in the past, throughout these past 11, 12 years. I've been in the league, but Steph was always open to the opportunity of me playing with him and for the Warriors. But, he knew, and the front office here knew that I was kind of more trying to make my own mark in the league, build my own path. And I've been able to do that over the years. I've been on some teams where I've started, played a ton of minutes, and had some good roles off the bench on a lot of different teams. It just wasn't really the kind of opportunity here with the Warriors with what they were doing. So, like I said, Steph was always open to it, but now it's made a little bit more sense this year, and hopefully I can come in and help in any way I can, like I said.
And what is it about the here and now that makes it make more sense? Is it that you are deeper in your career and you're, 35 years old and the rest of it? But what makes now make more sense for you to be with Steph?
I think obviously they need what I do. You saw last year on their team, they obviously need some depth on that bench, and they have outside of Steph and Buddy. Honestly, they have a lot of guys who shoot that high percentage from three and kind of spread the floor. They got guys that can make plays off the floor, some good defenders, good slashes, but it was kind of a role in there on the bench for me to come in and knock down shots, and that's what I'm here to do. So I think that's why it made more sense on the floor.
It's hard to believe you've been in the league 12 years, Seth. And the question I have for you is, when I think about you and your career, I always thought of you as a guy who scratched and clawed for all the playing time he could get, and always, grinded. But you're 35, and this team has a lot of veterans and young players. Like, how do you balance scratching and clawing for every minute you can with helping out some of the young players at the same time?
When you're at this stage of your career, that's just what you do. You go on the practice floor, you get out there and compete. And when you get your opportunity to go out there and play well, but at the same time, you got to get back to the game the same way a lot of veterans and guys like when I was here with the Warriors, the same guys like Andre Iguodala, some of those guys did for me, trying to help me out in the league too. They were trying to compete with me in practice and in training camp to keep their minutes and play well, but they were also giving back to the game and teaching the young guys. So I think that's the right way to go about it, try to relay some of my knowledge to the young players, help them play well, and the ultimate goal is to win games. So for me in this stage of my career is try to come in here and help on the floor, off the floor, use my knowledge and my wisdom that I've accumulated over my career and help win games in the regular season. And then when we get to the playoffs, figure it out from there.
Seth, you came in 2013 as a rookie. What's the biggest change in how the game is played in the NBA from then to now?
Where do you start, man? It's completely different. Obviously, a lot of teams are younger from top to bottom. I feel like back then everybody was you had a lot more veterans on the team. No matter if you were a contender or not, you were starting the year trying to win and play well. But now it's a lot more less. I think from the half court sense, it's a lot less play calling, a lot more flowing and read and react basketball, which is good for high IQ players that we have on this team. And obviously, you shoot Steph in these Warriors teams brought in the shoot as many threes as you can into the league. So that also benefits what I do as well. And the Warriors are trying to play that same brand of basketball, play fast-paced, random read and react basketball, and obviously get up a lot of three-point jump shots.
Seth, you're 35 years old on this team. That makes you just one of those young bucks, just coming up, getting started. So can we have a real talk about age? What's your response to the idea? Because we hear from a lot of fans. This group is good, but they're a little too old for this to be realistic. What's your response to that?
I mean, just look at how everybody played over the last few years. I think the age thing is kind of all throughout the league. The age thing is talked about a little bit too much because you see guys all throughout the league playing well into their 30s, and even now if you get to your high 20s, some people label you as old depending on how long you've been in the game. So I think the guys who are up in age on this team had some of their best years of their career last year, and Jimmy and Steph, even Draymond is sharp when he needs to be. So. Age is nobody here in this locker room talked about age since I've been here. It's been about being smart, playing well, and taking it one day at a time and being at your best towards the end of the year.
Yeah, and they'll need you with, 4 or 5 guys older than you on the team. Seth, I'm just wondering about the older brother, younger brother dynamic. I'm the youngest of 4, and I know how I feel about my older brothers and my older sister, who's kind of like a brother quietly. But what was it like growing up with Steph? What was the dynamic like between the two of you when you guys were young kids?
I mean, we were no different from that. We were competing and everything in the house when we were growing up. I think our relationship got a little bit better when we left the house and went to Davidson. I kind of missed him at the crib. You know what I'm saying? I kind of missed him at the crib and just kind of took for granted the years we were in the same household. But I think, like I said, our relationship kind of got better as we got older and I don't know, more cordial or whatever. But definitely looked up to him and tried to pick his brain as I've navigated my career. So it's good to be back in the locker room with him and stand across from him in training camp and practice and compete and try to get each other prepared for the season.
Do you go into a situation like this looking for a role, or are you and you have a certain role in mind, or do you go in open-minded and see if you can create one from what you see when you get there?
I think, from watching the Warriors, and obviously the coaching staff knows what I've done and what I do over my career. I kind of know what my role is going to be when I'm out there. It's just a matter of how much I'm going to play. Obviously, I'm in a weird situation with my contract to where, I won't be able to get out there on the court until a couple weeks into the season or whatever that is. But, they know what I do, and they know, obviously the age is going to be nice where some guys are sitting down and they need that bench depth to come in and play well. And right. I think this year we have a deep roster of guys who can play on those nights and play a lot of minutes and produce. So, like I said, I've been in a situation in my career where I've played a lot one week, the next week played 5 to 15 minutes off the bench, and I kind of take pride in playing well in both situations, being ready and not making any excuses about playing time. Just when I get out there, I got to make the most of my opportunities.
Seth, it's so different than your brother who spent his whole career with one organization. I'd almost like to pick your brain on the idea that you've played for whatever it is, 10, 11, 12 different NBA teams. That means different styles, different coaches. I know you're just getting here, but so far with what you've seen, what makes the Warriors different and the way that the coaching staff and their veteran players run this shop?
Yeah, it's just that it's a player led locker room from what I could tell so far. I mean, Steve Kerr, he's great in meetings and huddles and trusting the guys to use their IQs and knowing what they need to do to be ready for the season. I haven't been here long, but you could tell it's a veteran group who knows who they are, confident in themselves, and they have a system. And that system is run by, like Coach was saying the other day, it was run by Jimmy, Steph, Draymond, and everybody else falls in line. So, like I said, it's not as much. You don't have to teach and basic things. The players are teaching it. Steph, Draymond are teaching it in training camp, and everybody's filling into their roles pretty well to start the season. So I'm excited to be here.